Most important part of the preseason is what they do in the off-season, obviously. These guys had a good winter, but more importantly, they had a great summer. And I think that's something we try to emphasize with them when they leave in April, is the way that you come in is typically the way that you perform. So your confidence goes up, everything about you is a whole lot better when you come in fit. And they did a good job of that. Right from the upperclassmen, right through the freshmen. So we're able to get right into the soccer, which is important. We don't have to worry too much about the fitness component. We just have to maintain that level, maybe bump it a little bit, but we can really focus on the soccer.
I think the most important thing we learned from last year is the importance of elite fitness. I think that we were tired in the national championship game in North Carolina. They really set themselves apart from us because of how fit they were, and the upperclassmen took that to heart this off season and worked harder than ever, and now we have one of the most fit teams in program history, I think.
So far the energy has been contagious. These guys came in and they're fit, they're excited. Every day they're walking out of the locker room right now ready to play. So the tempo of these sessions has been as good as ever, and I really can feel a great energy coming from this team right now. Well, the obvious one is Lexi Martin. It's great to have her back, and her energy, her communication, her big smile, and she gives this team a big lift every day. We've got captains in Taylor Schram and Emily Hurd, and these two just lead by example. Again, great energy and great play. So it's always fun to have a leader that can get the job done. And then Maya Hayes and Whit Church, two players have shown that they can perform day in and day out at the highest level, and certainly these young players look to them. Well, we've got some familiar names on that non-conference schedule. Every year we've gone up against West Virginia and Virginia, and they're both great battles. I think whether it's their place or our place, pretty much one-goal games, and whoever can put the ball in the back of the net on that particular day. We're excited about a trip down south to Oklahoma and get a chance to play some new teams in Oklahoma State and Tulsa, and then we're in Big Ten play right away, so it seems like it just flies by. Well, you need about 2 steps onto Jeffrey Field to realize why it's so special. Greatest surface in the country, and more recently in the last few years, it's been the best fan base in the country. These guys are coming out in droves, whether it's the new students from the freshman dorms or the young players, aspiring young players, the parents, but the energy in that stadium when we've walked in is unparalleled in our opinion.
What's special about Jeffrey? What's not special about Jeffrey? Last year we were fortunate enough to play a majority of our games at home because we got a #1 seed, and obviously there's no place like playing at home, especially in University Park.
We have the best fans in the country. We had some incredible crowds last year, and just that feeling that you get whenever you step on the field under the lights is just the best feeling in the world, and there's no place I'd rather play.
The motivation of this team in the off-season was a direct result of the success they had last year, and they had a great understanding of what we've lost in the senior class and the void that they needed to fill, and they worked hard in the off-season to fill that void. A lot of leadership work with Taylor and Emily and Lexi, and they've done a nice job of stepping up and imposing their own style on this team. And I think that's been critical, is having 2013 team their own, defining their own style.
When you lose a big game like that, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth and kind of propels you to put in the work going forward, and we put in the work during the spring. A lot of people stayed here for the summer to get fit and get our heads right, and now that we know that we have the potential to go there and the talent to go there, and now I think it's just about getting that final piece together to win the last game of the season.
Just hungriness, I think. Not to be complacent with where we got, and to really want more, and obviously more is that getting to that last game and winning that last game. So I think taking from that process and just that game in itself, just pushing through. I mean, it's 90 minutes at the end of the day, and we want to come out with a win this year. So I think for us, we just, every day that's a focus, and every day that's what's in the back of our heads, and we go hard and we work hard every single time we step out on this field, and we work hard for each other.
There's no better time of year, honestly. We've trained our entire lives for this time of year, and now it's the big senior year for some of us, and there's no better time. I can't even put into words how excited I am.